Okay. We will be starting very, very soon. And then I'm going to record this for anybody who could not make it but really wanted to make it.
That was fucking weird.
Okay. All right. Okay, so this is going to be session 0. And so we can introduce our characters if we want to, and it can be to any extent that you guys want to. The big thing right now is going to be that we're on roll 20. Um, and if you guys don't have an account, I have posted it in several different places for us to um, get that started. And essentially, we are going to um, start going through the rules and everything. And if we have time, maybe start going through this for the beginning of session 1 if we have time and interest. So just let me know anybody's interest levels or spoons, and we can go from there. And we can always start with a couple, or if people can watch if they would prefer that. Okay.
I don't I don't fully have my character figured out
Okay.
right now, but like I'm getting there.
Okay. Let me make a channel for you, and you can start brainstorming. Do you have a character name yet?
Yeah, I named her Magnolia.
Okay.
And she is a human barbarian.
Okay. I made a channel for her that you should be able to see. And
Uh, Doc, I need an invite to the Roll20.
it should be up by resources
I
or
looked at that one and it tells me I'm not authorized. Either I'm not logged in, and I am, or I do not have access to this page.
Hmm.
okay, settings.
Oh, my ruler.
Hmm.
Mine also says not authorized.
Okay, how do I change that? Anybody know?
I have not used Roll20 in so long, girl. Like, I've been a member on Roll20 since 2020, and I have 454 hours logged in on this shit. But that was like, I haven't touched this shit in like 2 years.
Invite them to a game using a unique invite link or by inviting them from looking for a group listing. Okay, AI.
Okay. So, let's see.
On the game's detail page, find and click the Invite Players button, which is purple. It features an envelope symbol on the right-hand side of the screen.
Okay,
I
invite
gotta
players,
do a
share
captcha.
link. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to post it in our voice chat channel then. There we go. Let me know if that
Bam.
works.
It did.
Okay.
Show enough.
So where was the original one that didn't work? It was
In the resources at the top.
okay. There we go.
I don't want the tour. What is this? Categories? Whoa.
Okay, I need to reset my
And we
password.
all see the blue book, right?
Yes, Oz.
Okay.
It says Oz. For show enough.
It's verifying I'm a human.
I thought I was a human once.
Yeah,
Same.
me too.
And then I realized I'm a Decepticon.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Finally done eating food. Feels very, very nice.
That's why it took me a little bit to get started. I was ordering food, so thank you guys for your patience. I was struggling to decide what I wanted. Man, I'm struggling also to set the screen. There we
Yo, I'm here to
All
play
good.
some D&D. I don't give a fuck how long it takes.
go.
I forgot
Okay.
the name of the character in the back of the book. I just know it's something Bones.
Let me turn on my big light, cause I be blind AF right now. Let there be light.
You just reminded me I want to turn on my wax warmer.
And also, we're going to have a Twitch and streaming code word for all recreational, you know, delights. We're just gonna say I'm thrown in, what is it, like, or, I must be up over the cyclone. That's what I'm just gonna say. So, I'll be back after I'm done being, up in the cyclone. I'll be back.
Need to get up in that cyclone real quick.
I'm
I will
trying
not
to
be
log in and
partaking
it's
of the
being
cyclone.
hostile.
I am merely here for the storm.
Oh. It's here to get high and fuck shit up. What? Wait, you're not. Did you start streaming
Yes.
already, Doc?
Yes.
I fucked it up already.
It's okay. We're up in the cyclone. We're up in the cyclone. Okay. Here, let me take a picture. You said you
Took
wanted
me
magic
all
bones.
Yeah. Yeah.
all of 30 seconds to fuck the whole thing up.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'll rework him another time, but I
Yeah.
just, yeah.
Let me create one for you. We're just gonna say pending MG. Or I'm sorry, MB. That's what I meant.
Because I'm still gonna play with the character I sent, but we'll just rework magic bones.
There you go.
I do have whiteout.
And you can
How
rename
nice.
them and everything, whatever. So everyone should have a channel now. Pineapples, are you playing? Would you like a channel? And then... Okay. So I'm gonna give you the watching only then. So the Emerald City Watchers. No worries, we're recording this, so we can always look back on it as well. Okay, I'm not going to be paying attention to the chat as much so that we can keep the stream up. But essentially, we are here in Oz. We are piggybacking off of um, the beautiful changeling Dalfiani hotbox. Here is her homeland, where we will be traveling, and so we'll be covering many, many mysteries in this location. I will be going over all of the rules, so if you want, I can start with rules. We can start with a little bit of character work time. What do you guys want to start with, or what's your interest right now?
Rules.
Yeah, we should probably go over the rules.
Rules? Okay.
Because rules are important, and if I don't know them, I will break the fuck out of all of them.
Okay. Alright,
Not that
rules
I'm
is
not
a
going to
good
try
place
to
to start.
find ways to break the rules.
I meant for magic bones to be up here.
Just say it.
Okay, so let's start with the rules then. Alright. So let me zoom in here. Oops. A bit too much. Oops. That's perfect. Okay, so the general rules is the goal is to meet every Tuesday or every other Tuesday. If life gets busy, the minimum goal is to meet at least once per month. If the session is canceled, an announcement will be made as soon as possible prior to the session time. If you have previously agreed to be present but can no longer make it, give your DM at least a 3 to 4 hours heads up if you can before their session so they can rework and smooth over whatever plans they had, because a lot of time has gone into character creation, map making, stuff like that. And if possible, if you see other people that are interested, feel free to like reach out to them or ping them and be like, hey, I cannot do this. Do you want to step in? And then just let your DM know. That's totally fine. We're all adults here. Misunderstandings happen. So let's talk it out, be respectful, and remember that our common goal is adventuring. Um, I truly am new to being a dungeon master, so I am just here to um, try to set the stage and watch you guys enjoy the show. Delphini is likely going to be kind of an in and out NPC to kind of guide you guys through this journey and like give you a little bit of information here and there. So just let us know about that as well. Um, yeah, let's see. Okay. Um, uh, and then head to so the server navigation. Sorry, Craig. I'm streaming, so if you can turn your video off when that happens,
Oh,
it'll
I didn't realize you had all of that up.
yes, I have like all of our videos up on the other side. Um it'll
I
it'll get me in
did-
trouble if that
I
happens.
didn't have
So,
the stream open. That's my fault.
no, that's okay. That's okay. So this Google Doc is also a good resource, so feel free to pull that up. I'm going to be putting a lot of stuff here. I am a visual person, and just be mindful that if you are talking to me about things, if you could follow that up with a message either in your channel or in like a DM or something like that, that helps me look back and solidify everything that we talked about. I do have everything linked here to the Discord channel, so if you click on these hyperlinks, it'll boost you over to the Discord server. As we go on, districts will be a thing that we'll talk about, so I wouldn't recommend choosing a faction right away until you get to know what they stand for, unless you just want to roll the dice, because you can only switch your faction every fourth journey, and if you switch a faction, you may be known as wishy-washy. If you choose a faction that people are not so kind to, this may impact, ouch, people's ability to want to do things with you, give you items, interact with you, etc., etc. Sorry, Beauty Bee, you must go. So think before you pick. The Land of Oz lore, this will update as our journey unfolds. We also do have political charts, so if you go to the Land of Oz lore, we have a lot of political charts that you can fill out. If you do want to download that and print that out, or you can like somehow put it in a PDF and scribble on it, go for it. But this is who feels about what, and pay attention because it does impact what you can do, who you can talk to, things like that. If you decide to befriend someone you maybe shouldn't. Maps and scenery, we'll have a lot of stuff there. So I have a bunch of other maps printed out. I'll also show those on our Roll20. Offline RP, feel free to chat as much as you want outside of gameplay. Use parentheses when you can, talking out of character. I'm not going to be overtly strict about it, but try not to get ahead of yourself, and you can always swap to general if you want to chat about something else. Ozites is a channel where it's the people that we encounter along the way. This can be friend, foe, anybody in between. And then server map and resources, we have a bunch of pages. We're going off of the 5e D&D rulebook, but we're also using the Oz, a fantasy roleplay setting by Andrew Kolb, 5e compatible. So it is kind of based a little bit between those books. The Oz specific rules, so this gameplay style is a local crawl or a point crawl system, and the goal is to have about 3 to 4 players per journey go, and it's supposed to be 1 to 2 sessions until we pop back through the portal and land somewhere else. The Other way that we could play this is if we want to stay here or certain members want to stay and explore, they can explore for longer periods of time. It just depends on who wants to be where. If you are tired and do not want to continue, you can retire. So it's supposed to be very accessible to those that need to come and go. Just communicate.
I'm never leaving.
Communicate as much as you can. Um, uh, Navigating Oz, you can go street to street, which is 10 minutes per street, room to room, which is 10 minutes per room, or you can swap per neighborhoods. So each neighborhood, it takes 1 hour to get between, and then getting to know one neighborhood fully takes about approximately 1 week or 5 encounters. And you can essentially be lucky and meet somebody, but you need to really get to know the neighborhood before you can really find the good loot and the good encounters. Underground stops and overground stops are both 30 minutes per stop. This will let you zoom all over Oz if you get dropped into a place that you're not necessarily as familiar with. Just be careful with navigating them, because while it is magical, it sometimes does have a will of its own, and you may not end up necessarily where you want to. The wilds regions, these are really unpredictable regions, and they each have their own rules. And so when we encounter these areas, or if you happen to fall in one of these areas, you'll have a specific set of rules that you adhere to. So the outer regions, the Great Library Ruins, the Lake Quad, Forest of Winged Monkeys, Munchkin Mountains, Forest of Fighting Trees, the Farmlands, the Deadly Desert, the Wilds region, navigation. Essentially, that first area you fall into is Area 0. And when you're wishing to explore, you move in 1d4 pattern, so it's never the same wherever you fall in any of these areas, which is why it's very specific. Some of this is just back lore about Oz, so you can kind of think about how it pertains to your characters. You can use any character of the Wizard of Oz if you want to build off of that. If it's not taken, you can grab it. So if there's a Wicked Witch of the West not taken and you want to build a character off of that, go for it. Do it. If you want to make a like wimpy wizard of the West and do that, do that. You know, it's completely up to you and your imagination. So the wondrous land of Oz was built by fairies originally. While the details are lost to history, some still know of Lurline, which is the sky fairy and the Queen of Oz. The queen nurtured the land and protected it from danger while its inhabitants flourished. During this time, Lurline fell in love with a human and gave birth to Ozma. And it's this time that is regarded as the golden era of Oz. But trouble has been brewing, and currently Ozma is the monarch of the land of Oz. And that's important. At the heart of Oz lies the Emerald Citadel, now fortified from its original state from Oscar Diggs, the former king and wizard of Oz. He is no longer in control. The yellow brick walls and road encircle the entirety of Oz, as though it is a great brick wall. The yellow bricks hold the deadly desert at bay and are made from the same material as the yellow brick road. Every street and alleyway are laid with these bricks. The roads are really well maintained. Each district is responsible for their own road maintenance. So if you happen to encounter some potholes, that may be some clues as to the type of people that you are around. The Deadly Desert surrounds all of Oz and is a wasteland of shifting dunes and dangerous sand elementals. Some say the environment confuses and disorients all, ensuring anyone who explores it gets turned around and winds up back in Oz. Others claim noxious gases seep up from beneath the surface to make the area deadly. Anyone who has entered the Deadly Desert has yet to return. Landscape and climate. Everything in Oz is like a painting. The farmlands are in good health. The mountains are perfectly snow-capped, and there's even beauty in the dangerous forests surrounding you. The weather is picturesque and pleasant. Clear skies are blue with perfect fluffy white clouds lazily drifting across the skies. Thunderstorms gather before dramatic events, and there is always a dramatic rainbow after any sort of rain. The time frame here is normal. So 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, 4 weeks in a month, and 12 months in a year. However, time may sometimes behave uniquely in Oz. It kind of does what it wants. Aging, Ozians are not immortal, but age exceptionally slowly. So, death, they can die, but it's very rarely from old age. And a non native Oz's death, if you do perhaps die in this land, it's not the end of the world per se, but you will stay dead for quite some time. And then wake up somewhere very far, far away, thinking that this was all a dream from over the rainbow. Returning to Oz will become more and more difficult each time this happens, so do not do it on purpose. The magic in Oz is both everywhere and extremely rare. Surely there are talking animals and walking utensils, but that's not really magical to the locals, that's just life. Magic fireballs and changing into different shapes, that will impress a resident or two of Oz. Ozma is adept at spellcasting, but believes spellcasting and conjuring is best left to those meant to be in power. Unless given explicit permission by the proper authorities, performing magic is strictly forbidden. Districts of Oz. So you have the Gillikin, Munchkin, Quadling, and Winky. The Gillikin district is the most affluent district of Oz, known for its rich residential areas, public park, and expansive forests. The Munchkin area is the most scholarly district of Oz, with its university and neighborhoods dedicated to health, history, and law. The Quadling district is the most sociable district of Oz, known for its entertainment and diverse neighborhoods. Winky is the most industrious district of Oz, with its farmlands, warehouse, and dedication to tin work. And I will have more, I just didn't have time to type it all because I am typing it from this glorious book so that we all have it in front of us. So it's taken my little fingers time. But I do also have some other factors that I'd like to talk about before we break off and start getting into our character creation. So Ozma is the main monarch of Oz, and she currently resides over 5 domains, which is broken up into 4 districts and the Emerald City, which has the Emerald Citadel at its center. There are 3 witches and 1 wizard: Witch Poppy, Witch Chrysanthemum, Witch Morning Glory, and Wizard Foxglove. So Poppy, Chrysanthemum, Morning Glory, and Foxglove all will essentially reign over all of these districts, and it's up to you to figure out who is reigning what district and what for what reason, to what end, to what avail. So those are all things for you to discover as we continue to go. All right, what questions do you have for me?
One more time, what were the witches and what did they... And wizard. I think there's one wizard.
So, Witch Poppy, Witch
Okay.
Chrysanthemum, or you can say Witch Mum, Witch Morning Glory, or Witch MG, and then Wizard Foxglove.
And wizard Foxglove.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you. I think...
See this? You see this?
I think... Look at the Dark Lord.
He's sucking up. Don't buy his bullshit.
And there was one question, I think, from Edgar in the chat.
Okay, let me see real quick. What was that about the neighborhood? It's a beautiful day in the no. The neighborhood is... It takes a week to get to know the neighborhood well, or 5 encounters. And you can traverse neighborhoods every, like, it takes an hour to get from neighborhood to neighborhood. You little poop. You little poop. His sweetness is fleeting.
Mm.
His sweetness is fleeting. Okay. But yeah, those are the base rules, and then this is the main of what we're looking at. Let me bring us over to the map. So here is the map of Oz on Roll20 if you want to take a peek. So it's all split up into those 4 external districts and then that one emerald district in the middle. And these maps should be downloadable in the maps and scenery area for you. So if you do want to print them out and draw on them, or, doodle on them, do whatever you want. Here's a topographic map of Oz. And so this is where you can kind of see a little bit closer how they actually do have like districts and streets and everything like that. They do have these underground and overground tram systems. So for some reason you do die and you get spawned who knows where, you can start to work your way back to a train system and hopefully yeet yourself back to a party member. So keep this in mind as well. And then there is also external areas of Oz. Like if we go over to, let's see, maps and scenery. Let's see. I'll have to update some, probably after this, I'll update some lore areas, but there are better maps that show the desert areas, some of the hidden areas that, ouch, ow, I'm sorry, my cat, ow, ow, ow. He's just like so sweet, and then he's all teeth and claw out of nowhere.
Told you it was gonna happen.
I know. But yes, I'll
Hate
have
say I
to
told you
I'll have
so,
to update
but no.
I'll have to update the maps as well for us. But if we want to start with character creation, or if anybody has their characters ready to talk about, we can talk about that. Or I can start at least and kind of give like a little backstory of Dalfiani and like what's going to happen. What are you guys thinking?
I think
Hey,
you're about Dal, but that's just me.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we could do that. But I'm also my character is ready to be introduced for the most part. Whenever.
Okay. So we have one for character introduction, one for Dal
Well,
backstory.
no. I'm saying we could definitely hear Dale backstory. I'm here for that.
Okay. I was like,
But when it comes time to after that, right? Like, yeah, I'm saying after that, I am ready for character introductions if other people are ready.
My character is ready. He's just kind of also being worked upon, but I am ready to introduce him whenever.
Cool then. Dale backstory. Go.
okay, Dal backstory. Sorry, I was updating my stream real quick. So Dal hails from the Quadling district. Not to give you anything biased, but if you can think about it, Quadling, quad meaning 4, ling meaning tiny, so little 4-footed tiny things are from this area. They can also be like the rear up on 2 legs at times like that, and there are some exceptions. But Dal is essentially a Tressem, which is a cat with wings, and she has changeling abilities, which, if you remember kind of the introduction, um, if you have the abilities to change your shape, that's pretty unique in these areas and is kind of frowned upon in certain places. And Dalfiani essentially bits and pieces throughout their previous journeys led on that they were kind of running away from their duties, kind of mourning the loss of something. Um, she didn't really go into it with too many people outside of Soren. She was very secretive about that. But as time goes on, she's trying to open up more about that as she realizes that Naoti is no longer dead. And there was a brief mention of that in Callie's session as well, that the name of Naoti, which is what is bringing Dal back to these lands. The question is why, the question is who, the question is where, and that will slowly be, I guess, dispersed as we discover it, or that information will be dispersed as we discover it. Dalfiani is currently in more of a humanoid form as she's traversing these lands, mostly because she doesn't want people to know that she can change form. So she won't be as openly displaying her gifts here like she was openly displaying them in the past. Um, but she will essentially be using more of her like mind abilities that she has found in the other sessions, kind of disguising them as maybe somebody else's powers or something like that, making it more ambiguous.
Nice.
But there will be many people that we can meet here, many things that we can do, many things that we can get, and so it just depends on how the dice rolls. Um, Anybody have their character that they want to start introducing?
So how are we introducing them? Like,
You can
how are we meeting each other?
so that
That's what I'm curious about.
we
It's like
will meet each other in a unique way, but this is like a
we're
pre-session of
just okay.
this is how much
Oh,
information do you want to share with your fellow players about your character, period, and then we can
oh, okay,
yes.
okay. So you're all familiar with Legion. Um, I'm not playing Legion. Uh, so I'll be playing Meliodas, who was one of Legion's parts, and he was the former Demon King, until a certain demon named L and another demon named Wraith, who Narfi you are familiar with a little bit.
Yes. Yes,
Um,
I am.
so the three of them have a lot of history, and Meliodas ruled as the Demon King for 300 years, and then some shit happened, and he kind of got tired of it, and he was just like, alright, so this is what we're gonna do. Wraith took over as the Demon King for Meliodas. Meliodas did Wraith a favor by protecting his only child, who was Neon, the small girl child that was the main or the host body for all of the demon souls that made up Legion. Um, so Lorcan wanted to be the or L. Actually, I think everybody did learn his name, right?
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
Okay, Lorcan,
Yeah.
Lorcan.
Okay.
Lorcan, Wraith, and Meliodas all made a deal together that Lorcan would take over as the Demon King. Wraith would be allowed to live and do as he pleased. And Meliodas would be allowed to roam free and not be bothered by anybody or anything ever again. And that is why he is here, and he plans on staying because he doesn't ever want to go back to where he was. A lot of people want him dead. Well, not people, but
Do you
a
spell
lot of really
Wraith with a
scary
W,
things.
like WRA?
No, Raith.
Okay, that's how I spelled it. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, no W.
Okay.
Damn
Um,
it.
but yes, he is also very unique in his own right as a demon. Most demons have magical abilities. Meliodas does not have magic at all. Meliodas actually uses anti-magic. for various things. Nothing real crazy, but it's mostly for flavor in certain situations and occasionally for fun because it's kind of dope the ways that you can use it if it works. Because things don't always work in D&D. It's great. That's why I like it. Unless you're LFG. Well, he's not here. So, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's about it. Yeah. So he didn't want to be the Demon King, gave it up, saved the girl. This is what I had planned on happening, with Legion. Anyways,
Neon is Lorcan's daughter.
huh? No, Neon is Wraith's daughter.
Okay, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Meliodas was going to be separated from Legion at some point, anyways. So he was going to come here to exist freely and not be bothered as long as the people here didn't fuck with him. So we're going to find out. He is 7 feet tall, dark,
Oh,
scary looking, wings, horns. I mean, y'all seen a picture of Meliodas. Hang on.
my brain supplied dark, tall, and handsome, and I'm like, that's not what he just said.
I almost did. So
Just made me laugh. I
my picture of Meliodas.
was like, we giving stats out? Okay. 7 feet.
I smiled when you said changelings were frowned upon earlier because it just like I just imagined somebody like turning into a horse in front of me or something, and I think I'd probably freak out.
That's the right thing.
So I kind of get it.
Nope, it's broken. No, why is it broken? Ignore that, it's broken. I gotta find this picture. I don't have the picture right now. I gotta find it.
Anybody
But
else want to go over their character?
I was gonna say I can. Give me 1 minute though on
And
that.
then, do you have a name for your character that's not Magic Bones, or did you want to keep the MG?
It's gonna be Jax Coleoptera.
How do you spell that?
Jax is JAXX, and then Coleoptera, beetle,
Like the
scientific name.
beetle.
Let me pull up his sheet. So I actually just have like a little introduction for him. That's it. It's like 2 sentences. Before you stands what appears to be a humanoid being clad in what appears to be an ebony rhino beetle armor. His entire body is obscured by the carapace except for 2 glowing red orbs, ringed with a light turquoise that shows through his mask right below 2 magnificent horns. He bears 2 daggers on his hips, a bow slung across his back, and a gorgeous rapier in his hands.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I've got for now.
oh yeah, Meliodas got a big old glaive too, like Guan Yu glaive, not like a throwing glaive, like big spear. But it's like a flat. It's like the blades like this with the curve, fucking spear handle. I forgot about that. My apologies.
We'll just copy and paste that into Discord as an intro.
Did you put that under Magic Bones?
Absolutely.
Ow, you little shit.
It appears to be, so he's not. Interesting.
Pretty much.
Like, gonna make it obvious that he's not a human. Because he only appears to be humanoid, so he doesn't smell humanoid.
I wouldn't say so, no.
He's visually humanoid.
You could say he smells like a graveyard.
He smells like a graveyard. You know,
Like
as
So like dirt
earthy
and rocks.
like an earthy, kind of like smoky, musky smell.
like a zombie,
I was
Sort
like,
of.
I would
He
know
I was
doesn't.
zombies
thinking he straight
smell
up
like
smelled
I'm a
like
demon.
spiders or something.
He
I'm a
doesn't.
demon.
He does not smell like decay. However, he just smells like he's been laying in a graveyard for hours, for
Been
days,
chilling
years.
and it smells like he
So
was
he
just
is
hanging
human.
out for years. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Better
Okay.
stay away from my butterfinger.
All right. All right.
Butter dog.
What about
Dog
you, Ark?
butter.
Well, I wanted to make a character, who's a barbarian, and I also want her to be a farmer, but I don't really know what they're farming over here, so I
Oh,
couldn't be
it's
more specific than that.
no. It's you'll discover what they're farming over here.
Oh boy,
Okay. And
the
then what's
good
your
stuff.
character's name? How do you spell it?
Magnolia, spelled Magnolia.
Okay. All right. And then anything else about your character you want to tell us? Barbarian slash farmer, questioning what they're going to farm along these new worlds.
Yep, and I chose for like there were like barbarian paths. So I picked the Path of the Wild Heart, which is the one that's like connected to the natural world and
Okay.
animals.
Okay.
And the benefits are more when uh when you level up into that. But yeah.
Okay.
And
Hey.
I rolled stats and stuff, so I have like a rudimentary character sheet here that I can at least you can at least have that.
Yeah, you can put it under your Magnolia. I believe I gave you and I permission to see that one.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't know what that was. Okay. All right.
But unlike me, she is tall and muscular.
Okay.
Eating good.
Okay. All right. And then I believe we have Edgar's as well. His was named Halfred Shortwick.
How do you spell that one?
Halfred, and then Shortwick.
One more time.
Alfred with an H in front of it.
And then,
And
what
then
was the last name?
Short Wick as one word.
Misty, get out of my room. I'm done with cats hissing.
All right, Halfred, whenever you are ready and available. And in about, I want to say, like 5 minutes, we're gonna take a little intermission. And then if we want to, we can do some character creation for a little bit. If we want to, we can hop into the first like session, quote unquote, and kind of get the feel for what it'll be like.
I am totally here for that.
Okay. It's a little rough around the edges because I'm getting used to Roll20, so bear with me.
That's fine. I'm a
I'm
patient
down
man, trust me.
for whatever.
It wants to use my microphone.
dog out.
Block.
Freaking nephew knocks on the door. Clown. He's like 4 or 3. I don't remember. Terrible uncle. But I'm not even a real uncle. I'm a skunkle. Yeah, that's what they call me.
A skunk.
Uncle.
I always smell funny. Because, you know, the cyclone.
The cyclone.
Oh, wait, didn't I hear something about an intermission?
Yeah, in about like 5-10 minutes.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure I knew exactly what was. Yeah.
Gotta roll my new dice because it needs some magic in it.
My character sheet is fully put together. Ready to go.
Yeah. Let me message Edgar. I don't know if he hears me.
Meanwhile, I get to learn about combating counterfeiters.
What?
That's for a class.
Combat and counterfeiters?
How do we make
Yeah.
how do we make more counterfeiters?
How do we fight
We need to focus
counterfeiters?
on that.
Oh! It's like combat and counterfeit.
We need to start teaching kids the art of forgery like really young.
Absolutely.
Anti-counterfeiting measures have been presented in Chapter 16 lecture notes. I have no idea, because I haven't been reading the lecture notes.
Yeah, fuck that
The
shit.
joke's on you.
Alright, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Alright. Of course, as soon as I'm gonna do my intro, like 3 people come in to check in.
knew it.
Ridiculous.
I knew it.
Alright, but anyways, I'm just gonna try to make it quick. My character name is Halfred Shortwick. Alfred, but with an H. He's a halfling, if you couldn't guess it. And he
Oh,
is also a barbarian.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to tell us about him?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Pulling up the sheet because I can't think of it right now. Kind of scattered.
right.
Okay.
I just want to make sure I heard you right. Halfred Shortwick?
Yep.
That is correct.
Okay. Hal.
He-
I'm just gonna call you Hal for short. But
That's perfect.
Oh, I'm gonna say it too and be like, I'm just gonna call you Hal for short.
Oh God.
Cause
He
like
is
7 feet tall.
He is a stout halfling, so he's a little bigger than the average halfling. He is
Oh,
3'1", 47 pounds, and is 39 years old.
Damn.
How many pounds?
47.
Oh. That's not
Pretty
what
big.
This is not what I was expecting to
Yeah,
say.
man, he's a big boy.
Big boy.
Big old boy right there.
Big
Mhm.
old boy. All right.
I got-
Anything else anybody wants to tell us about their characters before we move on?
I got 3'1", 147 pounds, and what was the last thing?
39 years
39
old.
years old.
I did
39.
forget to mention Meliodas eats halflings. I'm just kidding.
I thought he
uh,
was serious. I was just like, all right, I guess so.
Oh, and he
Misty
likes to wrestle. He's real good at wrestling.
He's really good
cannot
You
at
don't want-
wrestling.
Real good at
wrestling.
wrestling.
you ever wrestled a demon boy?
He'd love to.
Do you really? We can throw down.
Okay.
Really good at wrestling.
Really good at wrestling.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real good at wrestling.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
All right. That is a perfect time to do an intermission. So we will be back probably like 10 minutes, I want to say. I am going to take a little food break, and then we can start with the first session, or at least like session, I guess like 0.5 per se, and kind of swing into it and see how we feel.
I just am really interested in meeting that witch Morning Glory. I think that's
Oh,
who
yeah.
I want to meet.
Oh yeah,
She
Thicky.
seems interesting.
Yeah.
She seems interesting. I don't know why she seems. She just does. And that Foxglove guy, right? Foxglove is the wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It was witch Poppy, witch
yeah.
Morning Glory,
Poppy,
And chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum. That's why I
Morning
can't remember
Glory,
it because I
and
suck at saying
Foxglove.
it. Yeah,
You can call
Poppy,
her Mum
Chrysanthemum.
for short.
Mum.
MUM.
Yeah, okay. Poppy, Mum,
No,
Morning
no
Glory,
shorthands.
and
Chrysanthemum
Foxglove.
No
every time.
shorthand. Spelled correctly every
You
time.
better say it.
Nah,
You better say it, or you better kneel.
nah.
Sit down.
Yeah,
This
say it on Neil.
Mum. This is the Mum. Like, ayo, Mum.
Mum's the word.
I go AFK now.
Ark said, I was here and now I'm gone.
Alright. No, you little poop. You are not eating my food right now. Nope. You're relentless with food. Hey.
Algorithms that can spot features invisible to the human eye are helping to protect retailers and shoppers from a glut of fake goods.
Ooh.
It's a glut. I guess it's glutton.
Not sure. Wait, are we officially on intermission?
We are officially on intermission.
Oh, so we can get high together now, Doc.
Oh, I mean, well, we can't.
In the sky.
We can.
High
We
in the
can.
sky.
High.
We can
We
go
get
up
high.
in the
Like
cyclone.
high.
We can go up
Up
high up in the cyclone. Yes.
High up in the cyclone.
Let's go high up in the cyclone. I'm gonna stream a trading card game in the intermission while we wait.
A what game?
I see. I didn't
It's on
realize.
my Twitch if you wanna hit my Twitch
Right,
channel.
exactly. I'm a fucking idiot and still haven't pulled the stream up, so I don't know what's going on the stream. So I'm a fucking G.
But it's essentially a trading card game, and you build your shop. You can sell like plushies, like little mats, you name it. You can sell it. It's really cute. Ooh. I've really been enjoying it.
I'm gonna help this cat get out of my room. Poor thing.
My shop is named Honkin' Out a Dirt Snake, by the way.
Oh, Oh. Oh. I will return momentarily. Well, I'll probably just wear the headset. No, I'll probably take it off. Be right back.
Is everyone almost back?
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I'm back.
am here.
Alright, let me finish up real quick. Just some quick last minute edits. And I'm gonna also finish up this food. And then I will be back. Give me like maybe 2 or 3 more minutes.
Okie doke.
All these forky packs. Damn. This is it. Just one right here. I'll skip this one. This one. Damn. Suck at this.
You know, maybe we need to use what they're getting. You know, they're getting these. Maybe it's these. Oh, you see? See? Immediately.
Oh. Gotta be it.
What is the name of this game?
Trading card simulator.
Trading card game, card shop simulator.
Hmm. It's a
Oops.
lengthy name.
TCG Card Shop Simulator is the. I might have to buy that.
Sorry, let me finish out my day and then we will be ready to go.
Look at all those packages. Hello?
Shh, don't mind me.
Dylan earlier. I said, don't mind me. These ones are for me.
But don't mind me.
It's like somebody slapped somebody instead of putting it in the trash can.
It's true though.
Sounds like Jacksepticeye's intro. I can't.
Sneaky alert.
Sneaky.
Ah! She just launched.
I wish you could like put it on top.
Now that I know, like, the other one I can't. Oh, there are items in the box.
Totally saw that coming.
A needle on my sewing machine. So I gotta do surgery on it later.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I had like... It has like variable stitch length and stuff. And apparently, it can set itself at settings that will cause it to jam the needle into the presser foot.
Oh shit.
That's really useful, I guess.
I'm guessing they're talking about counterfeit anything for this article I have to read. Because I'm like, we have money counters that find counterfeit bills already.
Oops. Alright.
Edgar wrote in chat, how tall are munchkins in your world, and are munchkins playable?
Munchkins are playable, so if you would like, you can be a halfling or a munchkin instead of a halfling if you like. Or we can make it so where you are, you think you're a halfling, but you're actually a munchkin. as we start to get ready for our session, let us go up into the cyclone, off of camera. Go high up and up into the cyclone.
Far into the cycle.
We must be up far, far inside the cyclone. Hey, Bean, get out.
We must.
Okay. Alright, so we have 3 people that are technically playing right now, which is perfect. So I'm going to make some adjustments real quick. Okay, I'm gonna move us over here. Tell me if you can see the map or not. On Roll20.
Black screen?
It's black screen?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I have fog of war on. Okay.
Oh, good. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Can you now see some area on the map?
See a little brown square.
Yeah, it's a little brown.
Right there.
Okay. Can you see more now?
No. It looks like 2 brown squares that are slightly off center or uncentered from each other.
Mhm.
Okay, well, it's just gonna stay like this just for a little bit so I can set the scene. Okay. So, I'm gonna have a little introduction. And this is very imaginative. Okay. Delphine walks in front of you guys. She looks to Meliodas. She looks to, I guess, yeah, just Meliodas. Because she's going to encounter Jax and Magnolia in Oz itself. And if others join us later, we will encounter them in Oz. They either can enter there from a portal or they can actually hail from Oz. It's up to that player. So Dal looks at Meliodas and looks to Soren, and she still has a mental bond with both of these beings, and she probably forever will as long as you guys have those rings on that she gave you previously. And she says, friends, it is time that I leave this place. I have learned that Naoti is not dead, which changes a lot for me in my life. It changes a lot of my responsibilities, and I must go seeking. If you wish to follow me, please do. If you do not, please stay away. And in front of you, you see, let me copy this real quick. Oops. So in front of you, you see Dal in her feline shape, in a cat form, and she blinks, and 3 of her whiskers light up, 2 on the right side, 1 on the left side. They start to hum. They jerk away from her normal whisker formation and start spinning in a giant circle that starts to light up. And into this depth, you can only see this swirling and oily blackness. Delphine says it's going to be dangerous, and I can use as much help as I can get, but I know that I have some people in the land of Oz that I can count on and call to if I need. Will you guys join me? And she looks to Meliodas, and she looks to Soren. And Soren has this look in his eyes that Dal hesitated to ask him, and she doesn't even press when he stays silent and gives her a slow nod. She blinks at him and watches him as he steps back. And she looks to Meliodas and she says, "Will you come with me?"
And when Dal says this, Meliodas actually looks at Soren and puts a hand on his shoulder, and then looks at Neon and tells Soren, make sure you look after her. She's not, the brightest. And Meliodas looks back at Dal and smiles and said, yeah, sounds like fun. Let's go.
When he says the word go, as he blinks, as his eyes flutter down, and as his eyelids flutter back up, Dal is changed from her cat form to her normal human form. And before you stands this short, 5'7" pixie-looking girl with very pointy features. Her chin is very sharp. Her cheekbones are very angular. Her nose is very small, and if you have seen or played of Baldur's Gate, she's almost kind of like the one of the, oh man, my brain shut off. The Get the Yankee, there we go. Where her nose is very small and very bright red, as if always applying too much blush. She has two sets of ears. One is humanoid and one is feline-esque that sit on top of her head with chains that dangle between all sets of her ears, and they jingle as she moves her head from side to side. She has long, flowing purple hair that ripples in rainbow colors as you see the light play off of the strands. Her eyes are big, that take up almost too much of her face, and you see these little tiny whiskers protrude right next to her little tiny nose. Her left eye is green and her right eye is purple. She is covered in a black cloak that seems to shift with stardust, and as she moves, it's like the cloak moves in place, but the background stays still in her cloak. It's a very unique cloak. She is adorned in many different bracelets, many different bits of jewelry, a septum ring that sometimes changes mustache shapes, many different silver and sapphire rings adorn her, and she has tons of braids sticking up into her hair. After you see her shift, she raises her hand out to you. What do you do?
Oh, well, I said we going.
She waves her hand impatiently at you.
Oh, well, yeah, we're gonna take her hand.
With that, she takes your hand, and as her foot touches the ink black, you feel yourself almost melting into the portal. It's a very inky and sticky sensation. Soon the sensation starts to bubble and pop and crackle until almost it's like a static. And the sensation of static starts to crawl over your skin, a kind of weightlessness that somehow feels both suffocating and disorienting. As the ground shifts beneath your feet, you stumble slightly, struggling to adjust to the odd, oppressive silence of this new place. You reach up to touch your face, hoping the familiar warmth of your new skin will reassure you, but your fingers brush against something cold, foreign, and distant. The world around you is now stripped of color, reduced to unyielding monochrome, every object and surface appearing almost painted and grayscale. You blink, and you blink again, harder this time, and rub your eyes with urgency. The tingling sensation in your vision grows stronger, and still nothing changes. Is this some kind of trick? You've heard stories of dreamlike portals of strange dimensions, but this feels different. This feels wrong, even. It's as even though you've stepped into a place where time and space has been twisted beyond recognition. The static on your skin starts to intensify, as if the world is barely holding together around you. What was once vibrant and real now seems frozen, trapped in this dull, distorted existence. Do you try to move forward to call out? Or perhaps you look around searching for a clue, a reason behind this sudden shift in reality. Dal screams, don't worry, it's okay. Don't panic. Breathe,
I'm good.
breathe.
I don't panic.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck about nothing. That's just being real. What's going on though?
It feels really weird at first, but she's like, your vision it takes time to adjust, and we're gonna have to go get some special things for us to feel ourselves, per se. She's like, your world was so dull that our brains cannot comprehend what this world has for us.
My world was dull.
Very dull.
How long were you there for?
uh, long enough to get the gist.
I'll take your word for it. You've been to both places. I haven't yet. So what do we got to get?
We have to get some special glasses. It'll help adjust our eyes until we can see straight again. At least here. She's like,
Okay.
but hold on a second. She like hands you a whisker. She's like, keep this on you just for a second. And can you now on Roll20, can you see things differently?
Let me open that up and check.
Got a black screen.
Oh, yeah, everything is black.
No.
Still.
Okay. How do I? Okay. Pause for technological difficulties. Can you guys see around the lights that I'm placing?
Mm-mm.
No, I cannot.
Okay.
Oh, brown box is back.
Yes, brown boxes.
Is it a bigger brown box now?
It's the same brown box.
Now it's gone. Wind
Okay.
Sea. Who's this? Oh. I don't know who that
I
is.
don't know who Gwen C is. Okay, let's see.
Oh, pineapples.
Pineapples. If you say it really fast, it sounds like Quincy.
Like from Bleach. Quincy's. Gucci.
I have a cat chirping, so if you hear her, I apologize.
Yeah, it's all good.
She's
I
a
talk
weird
to
meow.
myself a lot, so if you hear me, I'm sorry.
I don't
Someone
know
once
how to,
told
like...
me, "You're never gonna forget me." I can't remember who it was.
Okay, I'm gonna try to stream this on just the screen. And see if this works.
Yeah. It all makes sense now.
Can you guys see better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can't see anything. Or wait.
The stream.
Oh. Yes, I see things now. I do see the things. So where would we be at currently?
We are right
The blue
here.
square?
We
Okay.
are the blue square. That is Dal in her little Tresem form.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So Dal starts to lash her little nub tail back and forth, and her ears kind of pin down, and she's like, "Shit, we landed in the black branches."
What's that mean?
And as she says this, a chill runs down your spine as the oppressive atmosphere begins to press in on you. The black branches overhead start to seem alive, twitching slightly in the stagnant air, their twisted shapes stretching like claws reaching towards you from the rooftops. Their shadows cast long and unnatural shapes, distorting the world around you, twisting every object into something menacing. You squint at the treetops, which have doorways and openings, but they're all tightly shut with no signs of life, just shadows hiding mysteriously within. The air smells really thick and dank, like old earth and decay, and kind of like a scent that signals that something has been abandoned or forgotten far, far too long. You start to hear something. Do you want to check in on what that could possibly be?
My middle name is fuck around and find out. Yeah?
Why don't you roll for perception?
Oh, don't mind if I do. Oh, 18 plus 4, so 22.
All right, you needed a 12 to pass.
Nice.
Dal starts to kind of sniff around. She's like, the fuck? And she starts to kind of sniff up over here. And she starts to smell something really like dank and earthy. Like almost kind of like something's been kind of laying around in a crypt or like a graveyard for a little bit too long. And
Oh,
she starts to see this unnatural, like kind of turquoise glowing light from the base of the trees. And she starts to kind of paw at it. Um, can you roll for? Let's do athletics.
yeah, we can do that. That's, of course. And that would be an 11.
Okay. You barely passed. It was a 10. It was a 10. Okay. um, you're gonna go over to the glowing blue area, and you're going to essentially aggravate it until something or someone joins us.
Alright, so they're what, underground?
Just like by the bushes, by the roots of the trees.
Just kind of laying on top or buried
In like the
or.
bushes.
Well, yes, I'm just gonna kind of rip the bush up out of the ground then. Like, if they're like in the bushes, I'm just gonna tear the bushes like just straight fucking 7 foot tall demon. Fuck do you mean? Fuck these bushes.
You find Jax, or a figure, should I say, just absolutely stretched out, sawn logs. Absolutely sawn the fuck out of these logs. Did not even feel you rip the shit out of those those shrubbery he was using as a nice little blanket. He's just curled up there in his little fetal position, sawing his little bubble away.
Wait,
But you don't
what?
hear any sound except a small hissing sound.
Is he
Dow's ears are
sleeping?
pinned And she like kind of jumps back and she's like, "What the actual fuck?"
I don't fucking know either. What in the actual fuck is right? Wake it up.
Dal starts to poke and prod at it, like kind of with her. She like grows her tail out and kind of pokes it from afar, so she doesn't have to go really close to it. And she aims for like the shell because the blue stuff looks like gross and gooey.
The shell, what part of the shell?
Like the chest part.
Chest part.
No, it's an egg. We're looking at an egg.
You're looking at what appears to be a...
It
It kind of looks like a rhino beetle shell. It's just like a black armor. He does not move.
He's out.
does.
He continues sawing them logs, man.
Oh shit. Okay.
Like, how hard do you poke them?
Dal like comes up and she like kind of starts sniffing and doing that like cat thing where she like lifts her lip after she gives like a good whiff. And then she like kind of gives like a good urination and then she just kind of like walks away. Like she starts
What?
she's kind of like she like just pisses on him and then she just starts looking from afar.
It's like fuck you.
You're like, excuse me?
She walks away?
Yeah, she walks away.
Nah. She definitely feels a hand grab her tail.
Okay. Alright, so she like sits here and she like literally drops turds as the hand like grabs her right as like the little tiny bit of urine starts to dribble from her. And she freaks the fuck out. Let me see if she will be able to escape.
You
Roll
can just do
1D.
R.
Oh, R.
/R
D.
D20. Yeah, D20.
Okay. Ooh, 7. Okay, I fail. I
Um,
try to get away. She
Meliodas.
starts scrambling and scratching at what is grabbing her tail to no avail.
Meliodas is gonna step forward and grab the hand by the wrist and squeeze really hard.
How hard?
Yeah, let's roll athletics. Let's roll athletics.
That's a
excuse me.
19.
Okay, you pass. You had to have a 16. Alright, so he grabs that wrist and slowly yanks the figure off of the ground and inadvertently Dow up by her butt at the same exact time, not necessarily giving two flying fucks that she's yanked by, or like, I guess tethered by butt to this character. And he just starts shaking the ever-loving fuck out of these figures until Dow snaps and loses her tail like a chameleon. And the figure is finally awoken from its slumber.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, guy. Who are you?
And you see the figure, his eyes are the only thing that kind of shows through this beetle armor. And it's just red orbs, and they just continue to look at Meliodas, and all you just hear is a slow...
Oh.
Do you speak words?
And he gives a small, like, tilt of his head, like, huh?
Language?
Jax grabs from his back a small, like, staff and he taps the ground and tilts his head again, like, huh?
So I put him down. I'm gonna put him down.
Mhm.
And yeah. Can you talk?
He writes just a big old N-O.
So you know words.
And then he like scratches it out and rewrites yes like above it.
Who are you?
And at this point, he realizes like the tail that he was holding is kind of yucky, and so he kind of tosses it. And he scratches out yes, and once again writes in the dirt a big old J-A-X-X.
Jax.
Jax.
Well, nice to meet you, Jax. I'm Meliodas. This is my friend Delphine Hotbox. You kind of grabbed her tail there. It wasn't very nice.
Yeah, that was fucking rude.
I have a quick question for you, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Does Dal speak bug?
Dal can speak all of the language of Oz.
Okay. So he looks at Dal and she understands immediately from the humming sound, which sounds like a beetle's wings, that he's like, why'd you pee on me?
Wait,
And she says, "Cause you had my freaking tail."
you can understand this thing?
I can understand
Meliodas.
many things from
Yeah.
here.
Fucking weird. I don't understand it.
It'll take time. It'll take time with the proper skills and the proper instruments, I believe. Okay, right now, this animal is Meliodas. The medium animal is Meliodas. The large
Bird.
animal is Jax. This is Dow. Okay. And then I'm going to have a small animal.
I did forget to mention Jax is 5'10".
So a large animal.
Mm-hmm. He is considered medium or large, so.
Yeah, but are you 7 feet tall?
No, I'm 5'10".
There we go.
My character is also 5'10".
That's cool.
My character is 7 feet tall.
Okay. So once we have encountered Jax, Dal starts just sniffing incessantly, and out of nowhere, there are just these really unnerving whispers. At first, they're faint, barely audible, almost too soft to make out, but they start to grow louder and louder as you take a cautious step forward. And your heads really don't feel well as you're standing offside of this road. In front of you, you see this yellow brick, and you can kind of see Dal quickly like kind of jump, and she kind of jumps off of both of you, and then she jumps on to this yellow brick road, and she kind of nudges for you guys to follow, and you do. And ahead of you, you kind of start to see this guy wander off the road, and he's just kind of been sitting here for a while. And Dal comes close and starts to whisper. She's like, "You don't want to stay off of the yellow brick road for too long, otherwise strange things start to happen to you." And you can see this guy just kind of start walking around and pacing a little bit after he's been rested. And he out of nowhere just starts smashing his head into this tree out of nowhere. And you're not really sure why, to the point where his head becomes embedded in the tree, and you blink and he's gone, and he has become a branch sticking out of the tree sideways. And you are kind of shocked, kind of horrified. And Dao kind of gives this look of, this is why. Um, and you see Dao kind of like sniffing around, and you see her ears kind of go flat a little bit again. And you guys kind of hear something circling back and forth over here in these woods. What you guys like to do?
We saw the person there.
I don't know. Roll for insight.
I'd like to also roll.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, that's a nat 20.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not gonna fucking.
Mine's a 14.
Okay. Okay.
The fancy symbol.
So, unfortunately, Jax does not pass, but Krig does with a nat 20. So I'm going to essentially give you the floor and kind of tell us what you see.
Oh, what do I see?
Your skin starts to prickle as you sit there.
I don't know. What do I see? I don't know what I see.
Essentially, you see eyes peering at you from above the trees. You see a row of lights that navigate the yellow brick road. You can see that horrifying branch in front of you that was once a person.
I get what you're saying. Sorry. I'm a little far off in the cyclone at the moment. And I thought you meant like, I didn't realize you meant like, what I see in the what I see there in front of my face.
Absolutely.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, place is pretty creepy. We probably shouldn't stay long. And that person over there, who is that? Who are you, person over there? You should probably not be in there for too long. I guess it's safer to stay on the road. This yellow brick one here.
Out of nowhere, Down like dashes in, and she like kind of like pulls you with her tail.
Oh shit! The fuck?
And she starts to like incessantly like flap her wings and kind of get rid of some of these leaves, which starts to relieve or to bestow this like really beautiful flower at the base of the tree. And Dow starts to come down and start to kind of like sniff. And instead of, doing her normal weird, strange urination on it, she actually kind of like she bunts on it. She rubs her little whiskies on it, and then she turns around and it starts to spin and bloom and blossom. With this like huge fit of rage and smoke and pop, it turns into a being in front of you. Hold on one second. Oof. This being essentially is kind of covered in straw for some reason. You can't really tell why, but they kind of also smell a little bit like chicken. And you're not really sure why they have this odor to them, but they've definitely been around some manure and farm animals lately. Um, you can definitely tell they have this love for animals as they have several satchels around them that are attuned for caring uh, and feeding animals.
My brain was like, Mateo, hello?
You're like, who the fuck are you? Says Dalfiani.
Hey, flower lady, who are you?
Oh, shit, I'm so sorry. Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes.
Okay. I was listening and I just like half zoned out and then I realized I was needed.
No, it's okay.
My bad.
It do be happening like that sometimes.
So essentially, we discovered you as a flower that bloomed within this boiling pot of raging pop into a person.
Oof. Yeah. I am basically just a farmer coming from faraway lands to farm here. And I want to know what they've got going on. What do you guys have going on?
Um, Dal urges you to move over to the yellow brick road, and so
Oh, okay.
she kind of swoops y'all over here,
I will
The,
accept that advice.
and it
the
looks
closer
like
you get to Jax, he kind of rears back away from you guys just a little bit. Still on the yellow brick road, just
not as close, not as close.
mm-hmm.
Dal
Hmm.
notices this, and she kind of shifts forward just a little bit. Not maybe not that close, but a little closer. And she was like, "Okay, guys, we're in Oz. We have to be really careful. Um, this is the one of the, I guess, dangerous places to start out. um, this is the Black Branches, which it's sometimes impossible for people to get out of here, and it's very possible for people to lose their minds. As she says this, your skin starts to prickle. And there's this sense of
Hmm.
unease in the air, a strange, heavy anticipation. Um, you can still feel these eyes bearing down at you from the trees. They start to whisper amongst themselves, casting sideways glances your way. Some of them are nodding at you, and others are shaking their heads, some with their tongues curled out.
Yeah, that shit is
Hmm.
creepy up there. What the fuck are those?
I
She's
don't know. It
like,
sounds cursed.
she's like,
Can
these
I
are.
fight them?
She's like, I wouldn't recommend it. There are more than are known to us per se. Uh, if if you want to fight, you can, but they will probably outnumber us in the end. Magic, why don't you want to come closer to us? Or should I say Jax? I'm sorry. It's hard.
and he kind of gives like another tilt of his head, and quickly he writes on the dirt, Oz question mark.
And she says, "This is the wonderful world of Oz, where anything can become reality." Uh, can you? She's like, "Can you see? Okay." She's like, "What does your vision look like?"
As in, like, what do you mean?
Can you see in color, or do you see in black and white?
Oh, he definitely sees in color.
Okay. And she looks back at Melios and she's like, I guess ours is just fucked up right now. Well, fuck.
Yeah, yeah, let's fix the shit, cause All this black and white shit's got me getting a little depressed.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot how dull it can be here. I know a way to fix this though. But please try to be careful around the black branches. It can be really sketchy here. Um, keep your heads down and don't really grab or touch anything, even if it's offered. Um, and she
I
starts to
invented the word sketchy 200 years ago.
sketch. Sketch. She starts to kind of like flap her wings and fly around this yellow brick road, kind of like sniffing stuff out. And she kind of looks back at Jax and she's like, we have to keep following the road. This is how we help each other and get to know what's going on.
Hmm. And he kind of just
She perches on
does
the
a little hum and then starts to follow, but you can tell he's still hesitant around the others. His eyes seem to shift to Magnolia, kind of taking her in, and then over to Meliodas, and just kind of there's just no emotion that you can see from him. Obviously, it's just two red orbs.
Okay. Meliodas, what do you choose to do?
We following, we following.
Okay. Following. What about Magnolia?
Following.
Okay. Following. Jax kind of stays back a little bit. Dal sees a chest and her whiskers kind of go up a little bit. Like she's got those puffed cheeks. You know what I mean? That back starts to arch and she starts to flap those wings, but she doesn't really go towards it yet. She's just kind of looking at it. Why don't you guys roll for investigation?
Absolutely. $18.
17. Okay.
5.
5. Okay. So all but Meliodas can see this gnarled chest that's kind of sticking out of the tree branches. And it has this kind of rainbow-esque glow radiating from it. Um, and she kind of comes back to you guys and she's like, I know only some of you can see, but she's like, we have to get to that chest. She's like, but I know that it's going to be tricky opening it. So she's like, does anybody have any tools, anything we can use to open that?
Jax immediately pulls out his lock pick and thieves' tools.
Okay. She like starts to like swish her tail kind of excitedly. And she kind of like gestures over to the chest and she like flies up here and is kind of hovering a little bit. What do you want to do?
Jax will ask with a little hiss to her, and then he kind of like holds up his hands and he goes, and then he tries to sign out the word safe to see if anybody can recognize sign language. Just real quick.
Dal can recognize what you are saying. And she shrugs, I don't know.
And with that, he hesitantly kind of like follows up to the chest, kind of pads around. And he kind of calls out to see if there's any bugs around that could maybe tell him if it's safe to go near the chest and open it.
Okay. Do an animal handling check for me.
I've got to get my computer organized here. That is a 16.
A 16? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You do pass. You can see that there is some type of like webbing glittering from the lock hole of the chest, but you can see that the chest has not been opened in quite some time and it's pretty rusty around the edges.
Okay. So he goes to open it then.
All right. As you go to open it, you notice that the spindle hanging onto the lock snaps, and 3 flying monkeys fall out of the tree and land on top of the chest, with a larger flying monkey kind of hovering overneath. Roll for initiative.
4 total monkeys?
4 monkeys.
4 little monkeys falling out the tree.
Gonna fuck them up when playing D&D.
Yeah, because we got the 15 on the initiative.
Okay.
I also got 15.
Okay, put it in
Lord.
chat. Put it in chat.
So that's what you look like? Oh, the armor. So he's
The
just wearing
armor.
beetle armor.
Hmm. You can't see anything past that except his red glowing eyes out of his, like, helmet, I guess. And there's, like, 2 little horns that kind of go up.
Potentially just break the armor.
Okay.
Did I say that out loud?
Hmm?
What? Discord must have lagged or something.
As we start to battle, the winged monkey jumps on Dalfiani and actually crimps her wings up and kind of tosses her over to the side here. So Dal is currently incapacitated. She shrinks down to about mouse size.
Oh, this motherfucker.
And he sits here kind of flying around, just kind of mocking y'all.
Oh, does he now?
Ooh.
Yeah. That's his first move. That's his first move. That was his
Sneak attack?
his sneak attack. Yeah.
Or
Per se.
surprise attack?
Yeah, surprise attack. All right, and then it looks like let's see, ME versus J. So Jax is first.
Okay.
So what would you
Give
like
me
to
one
do?
second. So they're on top of the chest. I'm closest to the chest, right?
Yes.
At least 3 of them, I should say. He is definitely gonna grab his little rapier from the back. And as he kind of pulls it forward, he immediately slices out and tries to swipe at all 3 of them at the same time.
Okay. All right. Roll for attack.
Okay. And give me 1 second here. And I got 16.
16. Perfect. Okay, that does hit, and then roll for damage.
Alright, and it's beetle, so where's my 8? I can never find my 8. There it is. And that's 10.
10. Okay. So you do hit. Would you like to describe how you attack them?
Jax always aims for the head. He kind of goes for the shoulder though this time, just because he's still kind of eepy. He's a little sleepy.
Okay.
And he lashes out at basically all 3 of their heads, but
Okay. You do collide with them, but because you're taking your rapier between 3 different opponents, they each take 5 damage to their head, which ends up being a critical, meaning 8 head damage. So
okay.
okay. It is now Meliodas' turn.
Okay. So we're gonna fly up, and how high up is the fucking flying guy that just fucked up my homegirl there.
Let me see. He is approximately 20 feet off the ground.
Alright, so we gonna fly up and get face to face with him.
Okay. Alright, so Meliodas starts to flap the big wings on their back and pull themselves up almost completely parallel with the winged monkey.
And then we're gonna stab the shit out of him. With our glaive. We're gonna do it all fancy like too. We're gonna bust out this crazy move and spin it in the air and
Oh, let's roll
right.
for attack first.
Yeah. Nat 20.
Are you serious?
Dead. Hang on,
Okay.
let me turn this back on real quick.
Damn. The dice gods are favoring you tonight.
Yes, they are.
Okay, well, go ahead and roll for damage.
Yeah, that's a 10. 3 plus 3, so 6.
Okay, 6. And because you got a nat 20, you're dealing critical, so you actually deal 9 damage. And so how you describe how you would like to deal damage to this monkey right now, who
So
is
I am
not bloody at all.
going to stab him in his shoulder. Like right where the joint is, like and through his arm. Not cutting it off, but disabling it.
Okay, which arm?
The left arm.
Okay. All right, so Meliodas starts to have this aura around them. You can see these almost like black electric bolts sparking around them as they start to raise their glaive and just absolutely dead impale the left shoulder of this giant flying monkey, hissing, "You don't fuck with my homegirl." As the blade starts to penetrate the flesh, these black electric sparks start to erode the skin and the muscle, having this horrible burning flesh smell. The monkey starts to howl and scream as it bores through the shoulder, through the back of their back and through part of their left wing, almost absolutely maiming their ability to fly. The winged monkey suddenly just drops to the floor, and you can see Meliodas sitting over here just crackling with black electric sparks. All right. That brings us back to the 3 flying monkeys. Or, I'm sorry, Magnolia. It is now your turn, actually. Wait, I'm sorry. Forgot. Oh, wait, I had 1 winged monkey that actually rolled ahead of you. So I'm going to do this winged monkey. Let me see what I roll. Nope. There we go.
Okay.
How do you do it?
So
Is it
I would
hash or slash roll?
/r space.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah, and then D whatever.
Okay. The winged monkey swings at magic bones and misses, which then moves us on to Magnolia's turn.
yes. I would want to attack one of them with my maul, which I guess would mean that I'd need to get them in bludgeoning distance.
Yes, would you like to move?
Yeah.
Okay. Where'd you like to move to?
I don't know, let me pull the stream real quick. It wasn't loading earlier, so I had to close it.
It's 20 feet to the small winged monkey, And over here, about 10 to 15 for the other, and then 15 to the other.
I'm gonna go to the one that's next to Jax.
Okay. So this one over here.
Yep.
Okay. Which side? This way or this way? Left or right?
On the right side.
Okay. All right. So you've moved.
All right.
What would you like to do now?
Attack him with a maul.
Of Maul. Okay. Can you roll for attack to see if it hits?
All right. Oh God. No, I rolled a 2.
So unfortunately, your Maul does not hit, and it kind of bumbles off of one of the branches to your right and barely misses Delphini's face.
Oh no. Well, that was not what I was trying to do at all.
It's okay. Now it is now winged monkey number 2. Okay. All right. They actually do manage to hit, and they're going for magic bones. They are going to hit magic bone. I'm sorry, Jax. Apologies. They're going to hit Jax for 4 damage.
What kind of damage?
It is bludgeoning damage.
Okay. You said 4 damage?
Yes. All right. The second winged monkey sees its monkey mate that has done things and decides, I also can do things. And having a critical fail, steps
Oh no.
up, or should I say, steps from behind the chest and absolutely just face plants over the chest and just falls, taking like a natural 2 damage. Which then brings us back.
That'll show him.
Yeah, which brings us back to the winged monkey, who's actually incapacitated for this round, which takes us back to Jax.
I want to look at that monkey that, just ate shit. And and Jax
Which
is
one though?
going
'Cause
to
one fell out of the sky, and the other one tripped.
I'm talking about the one that just literally tripped and ate the ground over the chest.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Jax is going to kind of bring his rapier over his head and impale it through the back into the ground.
Okay. Can you roll for attack?
I sure can.
You're going for the smaller monkey, correct?
I went for the one that tripped.
Okay.
And then let's see, that was that's a 16 again.
All right, a 16. And you do indeed pass. So what is your damage?
All right. It's hard to see on these dice. And that is 12 actually.
12. Oh, okay. And so that was monkey number 2. It is looking pretty bloodied at this point, and it's just kind of sitting there with its foot dangling over the chest, and kind of with ducks hanging around its head, like floating around. Whistling.
I will say he leaves his sword in the monkey's back for now.
Oh, okay. That monkey can barely breathe, by the way. It's just kind of wheezing at this point. Occasionally, like a speckle of blood will like trickle out of its mouth, and it'll cough as like a spray, but it just doesn't die. You're not really sure why.
Gosh, this is not good.
Okay, and that brings us back to Meliodas.
And Meliodas is going to fly down next to the monkey that he knocked out of the sky.
Gonna...
And yeah, right there is good actually, behind him and shit. And this time I'm gonna stab him in the other shoulder.
Oh, okay. All right, and then.
And that is 19.
Oh, okay. All right. Would you like to dramatize this at any? As you roll
No,
your damage?
we're just gonna fly down, and Meliodas is gonna hold his spear or his glaive up in one hand and just kind of stab him through his other shoulder from the back now.
Okay. So
And that is 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. All right. So this monkey is not looking real healthy, but I mean, could still take a couple hits. And he is seething as he looks at Meliodas with one sword sticking front to back in his right shoulder and one sword back to front sticking in his left shoulder. His wings now droop at these weird twisted angles that essentially bestow that he can no longer fly.
Get fucked, bro.
All right.
What happens when you fuck with my people?
Winged monkey number 1 is outraged that you hurt Mama Bear, or Mama Monkey, should I say. Mama Monkey.
Not my monkey.
And
Mama,
absolutely
Mama
loses their
Monkey.
shit, and then trips over the chest again, this way.
Oh my god.
Not a different monkey, by the way. Different monkey trips over, this chest and like bumbles around to Mama Monkey, and
Monkey see, monkey do.
takes a 2 damage. You've really upset them by hurting Mama Monkey's wings. All right.
It's all about that mental warfare, baby.
It is now Magnolia's turn.
The psychological warfare that matters. If you win that, you win the rest.
Let's see.
Get them so angry that they're tripping over themselves.
I am going to be macing that monkey.
Macing?
Mauling that monkey.
Which one?
Mauling that monkey.
Big one or small one?
I guess the big one.
Okay, maul big monkey. All right, roll for attack.
Oh, much better that time. That is a 17.
Boom, that does hit. Okay, and roll for damage.
Alright. That is 2d6 bludgeoning. That is 6 damage.
6 damage. Alright, would you like to conflate how you attack this Mama Monkey?
I am going to be basically giving her a little kiss with this thing upside the face.
Mama Monkey, still angrily pointing at Meliodas, does not see Magnolia starting to swing up with their weapon, which is it a mace?
That is a mall. I misspoke initially.
A mall. Okay, a mall. And as the monkey is just angrily pointing, you see Magnolia just whack down with this blade, and it slices the monkey's cheek clear off. And as Magnolia rears up and brings the blade back down, it slices the opposite ear off. Clean. Doesn't even bleed afterwards. The blade is so sharp. Somehow self-cautery? Question mark. Like this monkey is extremely bloody, but it still has a little bit of a fight in it.
I was about to not.
All right. Winged Monkey 2 is very, very bloodied. He's sitting here dazed, and finally he kind of gets up and he tries to walk it off. You know what I mean? He's like, I didn't trip over this. Not at all. And he just kind of is sitting there, you know, and stroking the treasure chest at this point. Because it's not the chest's fault, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And this monkey stands up. This monkey stands up and goes to attack and trips over the chest. One more time. And it does actually hit. His weapon falls and he
Incredible.
clips Winged Monkey Mama. Winged Monkey 1 and Jax, unfortunately, for 1 damage. And then also it takes 2 damage himself.
Also bludgeoning damage.
Yes.
Okay. Jesus.
Okay.
A maul is more of a meat tenderizer.
For real, though. The mama monkey is looking very uncomfortable. And, monkey number 1 is starting to look a little battered and worse for wear. Winged Monkey 3. The only one who apparently is not intoxicated tonight.
Mm.
Oh god.
Fucking bunch of drunk monkeys
Dude,
out here.
dude, look at this monkey. This monkey swoops down to help this monkey, and his tail gets stuck on the rust of the coating. And he like kind of careens down this way and like body slams past Jax, clipping Jax for like I don't know, 1 damage.
Jesus. Jax ain't looking too good.
And which brings us back to the main mom monkey, who now is really disappointed in her children. You know what I mean? She's real
She's
upset.
not mad.
She tries to fly back up, but these swords keep dragging her back down, and she just keeps like kind of slashing down. She's kind of retreated a little bit over here. So, do you guys have any reactions that you'd like to take as this monkey is surrounded and tries to retreat?
Her back is turned?
Yeah.
Can I sneak attack?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I think it's just a 1d6.
Okay. Do a d20.
$19.
19. Okay, that does hit. All right, and then roll for your damage.
That's 1d6. That's a 6.
A 6. Okay. All right, would you like to talk about that damage?
Jax like runs up and literally while her back is turned. She can't even hear him. Funnily enough, even though he's wearing heavy armor. And he pulls out his daggers, which I lovingly named Monarch and Hercules.
Oh, I like that.
And he goes at the back of her neck and just like slashes it to try and behead her.
Okay. The you can see that the skin by the neck actually starts to disintegrate near the trachea, but she doesn't necessarily die, but she's holding her neck and choking, and she's kind of looking like she could pass out from blood loss at any moment. Which brings us to Jax's actual attack.
Perfect. And with that, I think she's near the other monkey that still has his sword embedded, or she is I don't know. He's gonna pull out the rapier from wherever and just go for one more attack at that neck.
Okay. Okay. Roll for it.
Oh, I didn't realize this had a dragon for a 20 on it. That's pretty cool.
Oh, did you get a d20? Or did you
I
get
did.
a nat 20? Okay. Alright, don't even roll for damage. Just, this kills her. Let Jax shine.
So he literally like pulls his sword, which is called Beetle, I believe. Hold up. Spider. He pulls Spider out of whatever monkey's back, and you see blood like fly through the air, and there's a glint in his eye as he kind of like does a twirl with it to try and gain some speed, and he slashes like cleanly across the neck.
Okay. Alright, you see Jax do this acrobatic slash of blades and flurry of blades. And as the blood makes arcs and patterns with each knife slash, you see the head separate from the body. And the body jerks as the head separates, and you can see its eyes darting around looking at its babies, and suddenly it rolls to the ground, withering and decaying into a sticky, bubbling mess before disintegrating into the ground.
And he does retrieve his, weapons if they had been dropped.
All right. Jax has slain Mama Monkey. All right. Which then brings us to Sir Meliodas. Criggle Dizzle.
My bad, what's up?
It is your turn.
Oh, okay. So it's just the little monkeys left, huh?
Yes.
So I'm gonna go to the monkey that's closest to the chest.
Okay. This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna make a good old attacky attack on him.
All right. They are looking a little rough for wear.
Ah, that's a 12.
Okay. That does unfortunately not hit.
Damn. Been a while since that's happened to me. It's okay. It happens. That's all I can do.
All right. Did you want to move anywhere?
Well, yeah, I would have had to move too. Close enough,
There we go.
realistically.
Okay. You still have a little residual movement left if you want to reposition.
No, I am okay actually.
Okay.
Let them come.
This monkey retaliates and does try to roll against you. That it does actually hit. For 7 damage.
Damn, monkey hit kind of hard. That fucked me up. I got 5 life left.
Yo, shame. Shame.
Oh.
It's not going well.
All right, monkeys. I like this. Let's
Craig,
fucking go, monkeys.
this is crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I did the same thing to my players in D&D. They died.
All right,
We
it's
ain't
now
dying today.
Magnolia's turn. What would you like to do?
Alright.
These monkeys are fucking drunk. You just gotta let them hit.
I'm gonna go for the... I'm gonna go for the monkey that's closer to me.
This one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And that monkey's
I
looking
am
pretty
going...
damn bloody.
Alright. I'm gonna go at it with the maul again.
All right.
Oh, where's my d20? Ah, there it is. Alright. That is a 20.
Ooh, okay. All right, roll for damage.
Okay. Seven.
Perfect. All right, so you will finish this monkey. So go
Alright.
ahead and give us some theatrics on how you'd like to finish this really clumsy and drunk monkey in front of you.
Alright, I am going to pick him up by the wings and clobber him with a maul.
Okay. All right, so Magnolia steps forward and just kind of judges this drunk monkey just for a little bit, like absolutely what the fuck is this monkey's problem, and just takes that maul and just absolutely raises it over their head, flexes a little bit from side to side. You see those muscles just glinting in the shadows and the small light creeping through. And then they just absolutely smash their maul down on Monkey Two's head, and they absolutely bleed into oblivion. Now,
It's like pumpkin chunkin'.
literally a not even a resemblance of any animal left in front of you, just chunks of tissue and red and pinkness. You see Dow's foot like kind of twitch with like kind of like the impact that the maul makes upon the ground. This monkey freaks the fuck out and kind of like spacks up just a little bit, and so does this one, just a little bit. Okay. So Monkey 2 has now deceased, which means Monkey 3 is now at play. And so Monkey 3 is closest to Jax and is going to try and attack.
Oh no.
And while attacking in a rage, trips over these branches and falls directly on their face, taking 2 damage.
Oh man.
Noise.
Okay. All right. Then it is back to Jax, actually.
So in my head, I wanted Jax to grab the monkey by the arms and just start like twirling with him, like a what's it called?
Like
What's it called? Shot put. And
Oh
he
my
just
God.
wants to kind of like twirl him into it like oblivion. Like,
It depends
just as
on what you
far as he can
roll.
throw.
Let's see what you roll.
Oh man.
Gotta be like Miss Trunchbull, absolute star.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Am I rolling attack or
You're gonna roll for attack. See if you can land it. And also do a athletics roll too.
okay, so it was hold up. 19 for the attack.
Okay. All right.
Oh, and D20 for the athletics. Should be a 26.
Ooh, okay. All right, so you're gonna succeed. Roll for damage, and do a roll with advantage.
Okay. Since this is like I'm trying to figure out what damage dice should I roll with because it's just like he's just throwing them. What dice? And you
Also,
said with advantage.
yeah, with advantage, and also welcome Lulu. No worries. That was what happened to me on Monday, so I get it.
Would that qualify as like an unarmed attack? I don't know.
It would be an unarmed attack, yes.
Okay. Okay. And that's up to 9 plus 2. That's 11.
11. Okay. Let's see. This was monkey number 3. All right. So you, if you would like to describe how you trunchbull this monkey.
Yeah.
I almost put shotgun instead of shot put in my notes. Cracking up. Um So Jax sees this monkey just trip and he is so disappointed that he's just like, okay, this has gotta go. And he just grabs him both by the arms and starts twirling. You see the monkey's body start to like gain like less and less gravity, and finally like Jax like grabs him by one arm and just flings him as far as he can. And he even does like the signature like looking up at the sky thing with his hand, like he can't even see how far it went.
All right. Well, this monkey has like absolutely just shrunk into the distance back here, and it's bleeding bad. It's like it's like holding its eye. Its tail is like broken in several different places. Its arm is like dislocated.
How far away is it?
It is technically this is double, so it's about 70 feet away.
Alright, so I'm gonna move 30 feet forward, right? Staying on the brick road.
Yep.
And I'm gonna throw my great glaive at it.
Okay. All right. All right. And tell me what the attack
21.
rolls. Ooh. Wait, the attack roll?
Yeah, on the attack roll.
Okay. All right. And then tell me what damage you're going to, or what your damage roll is. It's going to be piercing.
That's 9, 12 damage.
12
And
damage.
I am aiming for its face. Like,
Ooh,
I want
okay.
to spear its face, basically, with this glaive.
Can you roll me an athletics check?
I most certainly fucking can. 14.
Okay. So you do hit near its head. You hit its neck. You absolutely just toss this blade and it flips end over end, just catching little bits of light in the thicket of shadows, and it just slides clean through the middle of this monkey's trachea, and it takes a thick 12 damage. As the monkey realizes what has happened, it clutches its neck and it slides forward with the tip of the blade holding it at an unnatural angle as it just sits there and almost kind of like planks over part of the tree stump. As time goes
Wait.
on, you see its body start to bubble down, and it becomes a gnarled branch sitting next to the tree stump, and the blade is actually stuck in the branches.
No, did you say blade?
Or whatever. What did you throw?
Glaive? It's a
Glaive.
glaive.
Oh, that's the third time I've misheard that. Glaive.
Hang on. Hang on, I got you. This is what it looks like right
The
here.
third time I've misheard blade as glaive. Yes, I'm a visual person.
This is exactly what my weapon looks
Okay,
like.
no, actually, that's kind of what I imagine. It's kind of like almost like a javelin, but a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's like a sword blade on a spear handle.
Like as where it was sticking out, where the handle starts, is embedded into a tree stump.
Nice. Fucking.
Okay.
Cool. So I'm gonna have to go pull that out.
All right. So, winged monkey number 1 is now sitting over by this chest and is just kind of like gonna move a little bit closer, kind of like not really sure what's going on. Is really pissed that its friends have been getting beat up. And it does start to throw a tantrum and actually will attack Magnolia.
Ooh.
And will hit for 1 damage because it trips on its way to try to hit them and hits this flame and like kind of falls and kind of clips Magnolia as they fall.
Alright, that's fair.
Okay. And then that brings it to Magnolia's turn.
Alright. I'm gonna attack it with the hand axe.
Okay.
Oh.
I rolled a 19.
Ooh, okay. And this monkey in front of you, it looks like a little roughed up, not too rough. So, tell me what damage you had, and that's gonna be
Alright.
slashing damage. Is that thing slashing damage?
Yeah.
Okay, slashing damage.
Okay, that'll do 12.
12. Okay. Would you like to describe how you attack this stubborn and drunken monkey?
Alright, I'm going to pick the monkey up by the scruff of the neck and basically gut it.
Okay. So, you can see Magnolia lift down with their suntanned farmer's skin and just grab this monkey by the neck and just crush, take their hand axe and just absolutely start whacking the shit out of their abdomen. You can start to see entrails pouring down the sides of them as they take this 12 damage, and they're kind of holding their stomach together as they sit there, kind of like backing up towards this tree a little bit. All right. Let's see. So the monkey 2 and monkey 3 are dead. Mom monkey is dead. And so now it is time for Jax to have their turn.
I forgot I was muted. Only monkey left, right?
Yes. And he's looking pretty damn bloody.
and they're close enough. If I just if he's looking pretty bad.
He's looking pretty bloody. He's his intestines are hooked over a tree root right now, and he's trying to untangle it.
What if I just kick him as hard as I can?
You absolutely can do that.
I'm sorry. It's the first time I actually get
That's
to
not
use
any less brutal than what I
physical.
just did.
I was gonna say it's the first time I get to use physical attacks like this, so it always just is like I just want to kick him.
Do it. Do it. You can even do like a unyielding rage if you want at this point, you know, or like I don't know, like wait, are you not a barbarian? I'm thinking of the other
I'm
barbarians.
not.
Dang.
I'm not.
Other barbarians I'm thinking of. So never
And
mind.
then
That's me.
that is gonna be a 17 for
Okay.
the attack. And then what did we say for the attack roll?
I think it was 8.
8. That's the wrong one. Keep grabbing the wrong dice. And then that is going to be a 10.
Ooh, yeah, that absolutely obliterates this monkey. All right, you may deal the final blow. The following enemies, he is the last left, so let us hear it.
Jax, after shot putting that one monkey, he's just like wipes off his hands real quick, does a little dust off, and he does a quick little cheerful hum, and he like takes a run up towards this monkey like a football player. You know what I'm going for. And he just rears his beetle armored foot back, and he like crunches this brother under the jaw.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Perfect. So you see Jax kind of like make this motion like he's kind of putting up his sleeves. There's no sleeves to be had, but he makes the motion nonetheless. His turquoise eyes narrow. He kind of like starts ramping up. He kind of scoots back a little bit along this yellow brick road. He just starts fucking jogging, and then he just fucking takes a running leap and just smashes his feet straight on this monkey. You hear the monkey howl in pain as it starts to bubble and disintegrate into another tree root. And you guys have won your first battle. Delphine starts to stir, mostly at the smell of entrails, and she's back now. And what do you guys want to do now that this chest is open and gleaming in front of you?
Absolutely
Yo,
investigate it.
yeah, we opening that shit.
All right, open this chest. All right, inside, all of you see, let's see, 4 pairs of gleaming, stunning, styling, rainbow-esque shades, specifically aviators. Dal rushes forward and grabs them, and she kind of shoves one into Meliodas' palm and puts them in everybody else's palm, and she's like, put them on, put them on.
Oh, okay, sick. I'll put them on.
As
Do
you
I,
guys...
do I really gotta wear these? Like,
Absolutely.
you see me, you see these things, like, and he like holds them up, like, you're kidding, right? Like,
Dal looks at him and she's like, you can transform certain objects to look like different objects later. And she kind of winks at him. And she's like, Party question mark?
all right, all right. And he puts them on.
And she slides these glasses on, and that staticky feeling that you felt along your skin and your bones on your teeth completely disintegrates. Even those in Oz who had great vision can now see things they didn't see clearly before, like runes marking the trees, long lost forgotten language that nobody can even decipher. And they can see that even the blades of grass emit this strange, almost pinkish red aura to them, and the yellow brick road is devoid of that. And as you finish eliminating these people, these little villagers start to kind of fall out of the trees and kind of stand around and watch you. And all of them start whispering and kind of poking and prodding at you. Um, this one looks really fucking excited for some reason as he's hooting and hollering and jumping on this chest over here. And that is where our session is going to end until next time.
Oh,
Alright.
sweet, because
Aw.
I am getting tired.
Yeah, I figured that was a good place to end.
Yes, that is
Real
a really good spot.
real quick. So instead of putting on the aviators like a normal person would, Jax turns away just a second and like pulls down part of his helmet, and you just see the glasses just disappear where his red orb eyes would be, and it just disappears.
Okay, perfect.
But you hear like a sloshing sound as the helmet goes back on.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the session. It was a long
Yes.
journey, lots of
Very
rules,
much.
and we did record it all, so those who joined late or want to join at a later time can still watch it and listen to everything if they want to and experience everything. So, um, I'm really excited how this first session went, and definitely give me feedback. I'm always happy to listen to feedback, ways to make it more entertaining. I'm very more role play than go by the book, so if you would prefer me try something else, I'm always open to suggestions. So